Hi yoga friends. For those that are new to my channel, my name is Jolene. Welcome to Healing with Yoga. So today I am offering a prenatal yoga class good for every trimester of pregnancy. I myself am pregnant with my fourth baby. I am 21 weeks along, and I noticed being pregnant a few times now. Every pregnancy is different. Your body will be different from subsequent pregnancies. So try to meet yourself in your yoga practice, in daily life, while you're pregnant, with tons of compassion, tons of patience, tons of acceptance. Your body is truly the navigator right now in your journey. So today's class will be about 25 minutes long to just connect, to breathe, and we will offer a bunch of modifications. So if you have a foldable chair, you can use that for downward dog. If you don't have a foldable chair, you can use the wall or just come to downward dog or even to knees. So no worries there. If you have yoga blocks, you can grab those, pillows, blankets, anything that's going to make you more comfortable and feel as good as you can. So one of the things I've noticed through my pregnancies is my wrist pain, my carpal tunnel gets really intense. Also my hips are extra tight, lower back pain, sciatic nerve pain. I've gone it all. All right, so this will be a good stretch. I will also show variations for avoiding a deep twist. You can still twist, but you really just don't want to cross the belly is the biggest thing. So let's have fun with it, and let's get started today in child's pose, wide-legged child's pose. Let's bring our knees as wide as our mat, big toes to touch, hips to heels. If you're super tight in your hips, you can take a blanket behind your hamstrings and just start to ground down and let go of the day. So if you're super tight, blocks can go behind hamstrings. If your butt can't get to your heels, a blanket, whatever you need. Take some time to just ground down and just arrive on your mat. Let go of the day you've had. Let go of the day to come. Maybe rub your forehead side to side as you breathe into the body. Just noticing how it feels today. Trusting every day will be a little bit different, but it's always okay. You can bend the elbows if the shoulders are tight. Take any variation here that you need. You can reach the arms long for a stretch, lengthening the side body, rooting the tailbone down. Big, beautiful breath here. For a count of 3, let's fill up the belly like a balloon. Breathing life and love to baby. And then exhale, fully releasing what no longer serves you out of the mouth for a count of 3 or 4. 2 more big breaths here. Big inhale all the way down to the tailbone, down to baby. Exhale fully, open the mouth, release the jaw. Last big, beautiful, deep breath into the body. All the way down to the tailbone. Exhale out of the mouth. Next breath, let's take our hands to the top right corner of our mat. Big, long stretch. Ground the left sits bone down. Feel that side body stretch as you breathe down to the left side, making enough space for belly, enough space for baby. You can look underneath the left armpit. Inhale. Exhale. Sweep those hands to the opposite side. Inhale. Exhale fully. Back to child's pose. Take the elbows down and wrap the hands around the feet or anywhere that's comfortable. Just rub the third eye. Take a minute to create an intention for yourself, for your pregnancy, for your baby, maybe just talking to baby. Telling him or her how much you love them, how excited you are to meet them. Let go of the stress of the world, the weight of the world. Just come into this moment of peace and tranquility with your baby, with yourself. Good. Big inhale. Come up. Bring the knees in. A nice little top of foot stretch, ankle stretch that I really enjoy is take the hands back. You can even, if it's hard for you to reach the floor, you can use blocks or pillows underneath your hands. And just lift the knees, a little tiny lift. You're gonna feel it on the ankle. Breathe here. Nice stretch for the ankle. If it hurts you, remember you come right out of it. Inhale, exhale, come down. Inhale, let's tuck those toes, all 10 toes, big foot stretch here. Get the little baby pinky down too on each side. Very intense, big foot stretch for the feet, the toes. If you have blocks or pillows, you can lean on them if it's super intense. This is a good preparatory pose to just get you ready for labor, being comfortable in the uncomfortable. Breathing here. Soften the jaw, soften the face. Breathe. Inhale. Exhale. Untuck the toes. Crunch them the opposite way. So squeeze them in opposite way. Good. Beautiful. Big breath here. Inhale. We're reaching our right hand out to the side. You can use a block. Big side body stretch. Inhale. Exhale. Opposite way. And if this kneeling pose doesn't work, I'll show you another variation. You can stay here or just come into easy seated. So cross leg. Make yourself comfy. You can sit on a pillow, sit on a block, whatever works for you. Big stretch here. Inhale. Exhale, hands down to prayer. Touch your heart. Big breath here. Close the eyes. Breathe in peace. Breathe in love. Let go of fear, anxiety of what's to come. Let go of any doubt, any negative self-talk. Let it go. Take hands to belly, hands to baby. Big breath into the belly. You can envision pink or blue or yellow, whatever color resonates with you. Let's give that love and acceptance to baby. Good, beautiful. Big opening here. We're gonna open up the legs as wide as possible. Flex and point the toes. Sit tall, so shoulders are stacked over hips. We're not leaning forward yet or leaning back. Just find that nice alignment. And pointing toe, flexing toes, nice foot stretch. Now your feet get very sore as well during pregnancy, so just taking some time to pay attention to those. Keeping that nice big space for baby. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, we're twisting, but notice I'm not crossing the belly. My belly and my twist are still gonna face forward. I'm just reaching my left hand down the left leg, right hand back. So it's a little bit of a twist, more in the back, not as much in the core. The spine is still long. Inhale, and I'm just gently looking over to the right side. Big breath here, inhale. Exhale, slowly take right hand to right leg, and just gently open up to the left side. Belly still facing forward. It's not a deep twist. Inhale. Exhale, beautiful. Next inhale, keep the spine tall, lift the crown. Inhale and exhale, we're just hinging from the hips. So still creating space for baby. We're not going all the way down. We're just going a little bit far forward. Gaze stays at the floor. Inhale, nice big stretch. Exhale, if it's available to you, and if you want to, you can still bend the knees to reach the toes, right? So the legs don't have to be super straight. Peace fingers around the big toes, and then lean forward, gaze at the floor, pull the elbows back. Big stretch, make sure there's enough room for baby, so make those knees wide. Inhale, big beautiful stretch here. Exhale, option to start to straighten a little bit, not completely. So a tiny micro bend in the knees or a bend in the knees. Inhale, nice big stretch. Exhale, release. Rise up. Good. Take that left foot into the inner thigh. Again, big space for baby. Nice side body stretch. Sweep the left hand up and over. Keep the chest open. Good, we're not going too far here. Just a big, nice stretch. You can even, if you feel the left hip rising, you can even place your hand on the left hip to push it down, keeping the chest open. You can even lift up if it feels good, or down. Yogi's choice. Big breath, inhale, exhale, come back up to center. Reach up, take our time, inhale, exhale, down to prayer. Good. Taking an opposite leg in now. Right foot in, foot is flat, knee is down. Keeping the belly open, reach the left hand, peace fingers to toes if you'd like, and that nice big bend. You can bend the knee to get the foot, or just reach as far as you can. Keep the chest open so we're not closing here. Big stretch. Imagine there are lightning bolts coming out of the right hand, and you want to use that energy to stretch long. Keep the right hip down. So either stretch or even use your hand here to press it down if you feel like your knee is lifting. Big, beautiful breath. Breathe down the right rib cage, down the right back. Inhale, exhale, back to center. Inhale, take the feet in, heels as close to the pelvis as possible. Elbows in, shoulder blades back and down. Inhale, lean the chest forward, big inner thigh stretch. Gaze forward, big breath here, inhale. Exhale, option to keep hands where they are or reach them forward. Keeping the spine long and the crown lifted forward. Try not to round yet. Inhale. Exhale, release up, reach up. Good. And then slowly, slowly close the legs. Come down to hand and knee pose. Really nice. This is a laboring pose that we're doing here. Again, if blocks feel better underneath your hands, brings a little more height, you can try that. A little bit softer on the hands. And then if you have knee pain, place a blanket underneath the knees. So cat-cows, inhale, big stretch, gaze forward, press the floor away. Big breath into belly, exhale, push the floor away. Round the spine, shake the head out. Inhale, back to our cow pose. Exhale, push the floor away. Even bring the hips back a little bit. And then from here, looking over to the right, gaze to the right. Really nice stretch, so it's almost like a C curve on one side. And then opposite way, over to the left, gaze to the left. So stretching the hips. And then again, over to the right, gaze to the right. Over to the left, gaze to the left. Good. And then you can make circles with your hips, starting to warm them up so the blocks can come down. If your wrists are super tender, you can come down onto the forearms and still do those circling motions. This is really good for when you are laboring. Some moves to use during childbirth. Shake the head out, big breath. Allowing yourself to clear your mind. Exhale, release. Good. From here, so option for a downward facing dog. If downward facing dog is bothering you, you can just stay on the knees and reach the arms forward, rest the head. This is step one. You can hold this, big breath. Rest the head on the floor or block and reach the hands forward. You can also stay on knees and use a chair. Lengthening the spine, big shoulder stretch. You can stand up on the chair for downward dog or use the wall. And then think about lengthening the spine, drop the head. Same thing, big hamstring stretch here. Or taking the full pose, just making your legs wider for baby. So that's the biggest thing with downward dog. If you're still doing it, that's great. Make more space for baby belly so your feet can come as wide as the mat. Knees can be bent. Keep the core tight. Shake the head out. Making sure we're breathing, especially when we're upside down. Wiggle the hips side to side wherever you are. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Next inhale, let's walk those feet up. Slowly, slowly, slowly. Bend the knees, reach up, lift up. Big long stretch, inhale. Exhale. So we can still do our chair pose, our chair twist, even while pregnant. So taking feet, again, we just need to make space for baby. Taking feet hip distance apart, maybe a little wider. We drop our hips down, and then from here, our chair, we reach forward. Good, and there's enough space for baby, and for that twist, now right hand comes down flat, and we just open to the side. Not super big twist, we just open up. Keep the belly straight, inhale, hips are even. Exhale, reach forward again. Inhale, now left hand on flat on the top of the thighs, and just gently open over to the right. Big breath, inhale. Exhale, back to center. Good. Inhale, open up those feet a little bit wider. Big breath, forward fold. Keep the knees bent. So you're making enough room for baby belly in your forward fold. Hands come down to block. You can use chair. You can bend the knees to reach down and just release the lower back. Big breath here, inhale. Exhale. Next inhale, slowly coming back down to knees. And taking our modifications. So you can still do a chaturanga while pregnant, but you can use your hands on blocks and stay on knees. So I'll show you two options here. So we're still getting upper body strength. Hands on block. We hinge forward, keep the core engaged. So my shoulder's a little bit above my wrist. Exhale slowly down. Lengthen the legs back and then reach up, upward facing dog. So that's one option. If reaching the legs back is too much, you can still do the same thing with keeping the knees bent. So inhale forward, exhale elbows down, and then push up. That's it, nothing changes. So it's a lot on the triceps, but you're still getting a workout. So try whichever variation you want. Inhale forward, exhale elbows back, push up. Slowly, one more time. Inhale forward, exhale push down, inhale push up. Good, beautiful. Big stretch here coming up. We're just going to take our arms behind our tailbone, reach them back. Big breath, inhale. Exhale, let's take our hands forward and then reach up. Taking the left hand down the middle of the back, right arm on it. Big stretch. Inhale, exhale, release. Now right hand down, left arm. Big stretch for those shoulders, beautiful work. Inhale, coming down. And we're going to do a little bit of glute work, because we can still do that. So just paying attention to our knees. Remember, get blankets if you need underneath. And then option to come on hands or come down to our forearms. And we're going to lift our right leg up. Point the toe. Good. We're going to make tiny little circles any direction. Breathe. And then change that direction. Tiny little circles as fast as you can. Good. Now bend the knee in line with hip. And just poke. Point the toe. Inhale. Exhale. Keep the core pulled in tight so you're still using your core muscles. 5 more breaths. 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop that right knee. Make those nice big hip circles any direction. So imagine there's a paintbrush on the back of your tailbone. And you're just breathing into it. Next inhale, extend the left leg straight back. Point the toe. Good. Inhale, create tiny little circles anyway, like you're drawing on the wall with your toes, the wall behind you, and then tiny little circles the other way. And then bend the knee in line with hip. Point the toe, and then tiny little pokes in the ceiling here. Good. Try to square the hips as much as possible. Try not to put all your weight on the right side. Breathe. Good. And then drop that left knee down. Make those beautiful circles again with the hips. Good work. Inhale. Exhale. Big, nice hip opening stretches for those hips to get them ready for labor as we're coming into lizard. So, right foot forward. Keep the left knee back. And from here, we're just pressing the floor away. Sink the hips down. The gaze is forward here. Really nice stretch. Lizard pose is what we're working on. So, some options here is you can take hands onto blocks, hands onto pillows if this is super intense. Want to lift our sternum forward, sink our hips without collapsing them down. So think about engaging in our thighs, squeezing like you may have to pee. Maybe you do have to pee, right? So it works. Big breath, soften the face. Inhale. Exhale, maybe come down onto forearms. Option here is to bring the heel in, toes out at a diagonal with that right foot. Big breath. Try not to collapse into that left hip. Try to create some resistance here. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Big stretch. Inhale. Come back up slowly with control. Take a little circle in each direction. Breathe. Come back into the breath, back into the body. Notice how the body's feeling. And then let's slowly take our left foot forward. The alignment here is the hands are in line with the foot. So the heel of my hands is lined with the heel of my foot. I'm going to gently drop my right knee back a little bit, sink my hips forward without dumping into the hips. My sternum is lifted up. My gaze is neutral and I'm pressing the floor away. Arms are shoulder distance apart. Underneath, elbows are underneath my shoulders. Wrists are underneath my elbows. Big breath here. Inhale. Exhale. You can gently come down a little bit lower if you'd like. Bring the heel in, toe out to really open up that inner thigh. Inhale. Exhale. Very intense pose, lizard pose. Just breathe into it. One more breath. Inhale. Exhale. Slowly come up. Gently bring that left knee back. Make those circles again. Option to do them on your knees or come into a downward dog. Bend the knees softly. You can still make those circles if you want to get off the knees. Good. Big breath. Beautiful. And then slowly, we're going to take our time to walk our feet towards our hands. Standing up, big stretch. Big long stretch, inhale, exhale. Inhale, feet are wide, heels in, toes out, knees point out. We're coming into goddess squat. Beautiful stretch for our hips. You can take hands to belly if you like, in tiny little pulses. Take hands out. Whatever feels good for you, breathe. If you don't want to pulse, you can just hold. If you want to add movement, you can pulse. So sink the hips, tuck the tailbone. Breathe into baby. Inhale. Exhale, good work. Inhale, take block or pillow or 2 blocks and come down for our Malasana pose. So the heels are gonna come up. We're gonna slowly drop down onto our butt. If you have a Malasana pose that you have, allow yourself to come down into that. Heels in, toes out. If you don't have any blocks, remember your feet don't have to be flat. You can do this on your toes, leaning forward, just lift the top body. So wherever you are, honor that. Press the floor away, lift the shoulders, close the eyes. Big breath here, use your elbows to open up the legs. Big inhale, exhale. Next inhale, we're just dropping the left hand, opening up towards the right side. Good, inhale. Exhale, gently place the right hand down. Same thing, slowly opening up to the left side. Good, big breath here, inhale. Ground down. It's a very nice grounding pose. Soften the face. And then from here, we're gently taking our butt down to the floor again. Straightening the left leg, bring the right heel in. Now we're gonna do another little twist, but notice you can make room for baby. So taking our right heel out a little bit wider, we're just twisting, keeping the belly open over towards the right. Lift up, inhale. Exhale, come back to center. Same thing, other side, bring the left heel in, extend the right leg, and now we're just twisting over to the left. Good, flexing through the heel, inhale, exhale. Good, coming back into seated, your most comfortable seated pose. So you can come into easy seated, you can come into bound angle, come into half lotus, anything that feels good for you as you ground down together. Big long side body stretch, reach over to the left, right hand up and over, chest is open. Inhale, exhale. If you're in half lotus, make sure you switch the placement of your feet. If you're in easy seated, same thing, big stretch. Inhale, exhale, back to center. Good, hands to baby, hands to belly. Soften the face, unclench the jaw. Breathe in light and love to your heart and also to the baby that is growing into you. Breathing into both beautiful hearts. Love, acceptance, peace, joy, gratitude, health. And allow anything else that blocks that from you to just melt away. I am filled with unconditional love for myself and my baby. I am filled with health for myself and my baby. I am filled with gratitude for myself and my baby. We are filled with peace. We are filled with hope. And we are filled with faith. Take hands back to heart center. Breathe into this beautiful pink, white, whatever color light that you can see in your mind's eye, or create a light if you don't have one. Breathe that into all spaces in the body, softening each cell, each muscle, each joint. And trust that you and your baby are exactly where they need to be right now. All is well in your world. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope this prenatal yoga workout made you feel better than you did when you started. And I hope to see you again soon. Thank you so much.